we employ teachers, principals and other staff members, and currently these are 37 staff members.
Where Jeremiah, our partner, has managed to build 3 new classrooms in total with the local workers on the ground. This will give us the opportunity to grow, as Steffi already mentioned, with the kids that will continue their career in our school from primary up to secondary in the future.
Later on in the lockdown, we were actually able to provide the children and the teachers with internet and phones. So we actually had online classes in the rural community, which was very, very interesting.
Hi, and welcome to the 264 update. My name is Stephanie from the sponsorship department, and we're going to present to you today what is happening at 264, what is happening at our schools, and show you some insight. So before we start with what is happening on ground at each school, I want to show you the bigger picture of where we're standing right now. We're supporting 4 schools, 2 of them in Nepal and 2 of them in Uganda, and in total this means that we sent 475 skilled children to school. As you can see, the number of children has been growing over the past years because we increased the numbers of schools, but also the children are growing with us. So this means that when children started in class 1, they can follow the whole career path. And next to the children, we also support the local staff on the ground, because with the donations we can pay salaries, and this means we employ teachers, principals and other staff members, and currently these are 37 staff members. How can we finance this? This is financed by all the donations that we receive, and so far in 2021 this has been 150,000 euros, an incredible amount, especially considering that the past year was only 97k euros that we received. The 3 revenue streams are private donations that we receive, for example, during a fundraiser. We have institutional funding where corporations decide to support us, and our dedicated sponsors. Currently 222 sponsors that support us with regular donations and allow us to have an impact on the ground. And that's enough about the numbers and the bigger picture. Let's jump in to the schools and what's happening in each school.
Hi everyone, my name is Julia and I'm in charge of 264's financials and our partners on the ground. Today I would like to give you a brief update what is happening in Uganda. So overall, Uganda is still in lockdown. That means that our schools cannot run regular classes at the moment. However, we were not lazy over the last couple of months and did a lot of projects with our partners. I would like to start with the Golden Hill Academy in Mutoto, where Jeremiah, our partner, has managed to build 3 new classrooms in total with the local workers on the ground. This will give us the opportunity to grow, as Steffi already mentioned, with the kids that will continue their career in our school from primary up to secondary in the future. So we're very happy that the building has been almost completed and we can host the kids once they are coming back to school. On the other hand, Jeremiah has organized together with our Help and Women Empowerment program, which we're very proud of, as we put 21 women over 3 months to hairdressing classes. And already we got the note that 3 of them have found jobs in the city after they received their certificate. So very proud of this project, and we're looking forward to have more of such extracurricular activities at our school. On our other project, the Great Hope Junior School, which we are running together with Eddie, we also have some good news. Eddie was very good in organizing the construction of 4 classrooms in the area where we decided that the Great Hope Junior School would have the biggest impact. We're looking at 120 kids that should come and go from primary 1 to primary 3. So we're very excited and very proud of Eddie and his work, and we're very much looking forward to expanding our impact there and grow the full sustainable schools concept that we have in mind.
Hi, I'm Chris, founder of 264, and I will give you an update about Nepal and Afghanistan. Starting off with our 2 schools, the Heaven Hill Academy and the New Vision Academy that we have in Nepal. This year, we were successfully able to build 3 classrooms for the School of Heaven Hill Academy. That's very important for 2 reasons. The first one, we obviously want to increase the number of children that we're educating there. Secondly, during the lockdown, a lot of families lost their jobs in the community. Hence, a building project was really important to hire local workers and provide them with income for their families so that they're able to provide food and water for the children. Additionally to the classrooms, we built sanitary facilities. That's very interesting because as you think of running a school, you think of building classrooms, hiring teachers, providing the children with scholastic materials. However, you also need to think about other needs. As you can imagine, with the number of teachers growing, with the number of children growing, you also need more toilets. Hence, this year we built sanitary facilities. As the entire world, also Nepal went into lockdown at the beginning of this year and went into lockdown for a very long time. However, the team on the ground around our local visionary Shamsa was very dedicated to provide education to the children even through a lockdown. Hence, they got very creative. They started off with the teachers visiting the children at home, providing them with homework, tasks, and even explained various concepts to them while their home visit. Later on in the lockdown, we were actually able to provide the children and the teachers with internet and phones. So we actually had online classes in the rural community, which was very, very interesting. There's another very interesting update about the Heaven Hill Academy. And as of last month, we are able to provide a school bus to the children. This is very important for 2 reasons. The first one, obviously, more children are now obviously able to access the school. But secondly, a lot of the children need to walk to about 2 hours to the school. Now with the school bus, they don't need to walk as much, obviously. That was it with Nepal. Jumping to Afghanistan. At the beginning of this year, I traveled to Afghanistan to evaluate a potential school building project. I was visiting a potential local visionary, Noor, who has dedicated his life to help the street kids of Mazar-e-Sharif. After a successful project visit, our organization 264 has officially partnered with Noor to build a school to provide the street kids with quality and free education. But as you might have seen in the news, terrible events have unfolded in Afghanistan and the project has been put on hold. However, we are dedicated to help the children of Afghanistan and are looking at the events very, very closely and how we are able to help in the future. There's one positive news about Afghanistan. Noor and his family have successfully left the country and are now seeking shelter in Australia in a safe place.
That's it for today. That's our update about what is happening at our schools. We really hope you enjoyed the update, so feel free to share it with your family and friends. We will see each other at the next update beginning of the next year. Thanks for watching.